Welcome to Reef Diary, day 129. Well, with my trip coming up here almost imminently, I wanted to go ahead and work on the tank and get things taken care of that needed doing before I'm gone for a solid week. So the first thing I did was fill up the top-off container, complete with RODI on both systems, so that way that will be covered for at least 10 days. In addition, I went ahead and I calibrated the Trident, and I checked the reagents, but it looks like I don't need to change them before the trip, so that was nice. But it'll be really close, and when I come home I'll have to deal with that because it'll be empty at that point. I emptied the waste collector from the Trident while I was working on it. Also, while I was in the sump and I looked down, I saw a blood shrimp, and I thought maybe it was just the exoskeleton, you know, like a molt. But no, it was actually scooching under the stand under my protein skimmer. So the question is that the number 3 that I have not been able to find? Or is it one of the 2 that I have been seeing each day? So I went ahead and I carefully moved the skimmer out of the way, and then I took the stand out of the way, and then I caught the shrimp with my hand, and I put it back in the tank. And then I walked away, and then tonight I saw 2. So I don't know if number 3 is somewhere else. I'm not sure, but maybe I'll be lucky and have all 3 from the ones I bought at Aquashella. I went ahead and cleaned the algae turf scrubber. The screen was completely covered in algae. There was some at the bottom of the drawer, and even the spray bar needed cleaning, so I took that all apart and cleaned it up today. I cleaned the protein skimmers, both collection cups on both skimmers, but the big skimmer, there's a more intense cleaning compared to the little cup on the Snails 120. So that's taken care of. I replaced the carbon because the reactor, the carbon I did was weeks ago, and it's been doing nothing for the tank, and the tank's been getting a little bit more cloudy, just a little bit, and I like that clarity, so I went ahead and replaced that with fresh carbon. I put in 2 cups. I won't do a water change before our trip, so I'm not going to consider doing that. Tomorrow, well, the only things I really think I will be doing is preparing fish food for the tank sitter, dosing Prodibio, and planting the frags on the rock work, because I'd rather get those onto the rocks before I leave town. There was something else I did today. The snails that were in my eye line in the anemone cube were covered in Valonia, so I pulled out one snail after another that was handy and knocked all the bubble algae off and put them back in the tank. So there's about 4 snails that look cleaner now than they did before. One more task I needed to take care of today was to mix up a new batch of magnesium. The jug was down to a little tiny bit, and I thought, nope, let's fill it up right now so that way dosing will continue while I'm out of town. The fish just got fed. I dosed some phytoplankton into the system, and I put in some arthropods as well for fun for the fish. And I'm ready for the lights to shut off for the night. So basically I got a lot of things done today, and I wanted to do it today as well as some yesterday, like all my water testing, because tomorrow I'm still here. And that way, if there's anything that's gone awry from what I touched today, I'll catch it and be able to make the adjustments before I leave town. If you end up doing a ton of stuff right before you run out the door, there's a good chance you'll forget. Like if you clean a pump and you forget to turn it on, and you put it in, you put it back in the tank nice and clean and sparkling, and you just don't hit the on button, and then you're gone 4 or 5 days, and you come back and you're like, why was this pump off the entire time? So I want to make sure everything's fine, so that's why I wanted to kind of do this stuff today on my Sunday rather than maybe possibly dealing with it tomorrow. So I'm going to be working all day tomorrow anyway, but I'll be around the tank, and if there's anything going on and I catch it, I can go ahead and make, like I said, an adjustment. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please hit like. Feel free to comment down below, and if you aren't a subscriber, please do subscribe. And I'll see you again tomorrow with another Reef Diary.